Hello, everyone. This is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and we're on Battle Report 25: Orcs and Goblins versus Vermin Swarm. This is a game.
Schwarm.
Schwarm. This is game 2 of a little one-day tournament we had in a local store, Island Games. Vermin Swarm. All right. So, what do we got?
Got a lot of vermin.
Again, if you've seen any of my lists before, you've seen my reports before in the last 8 or so, this list hasn't changed. It's kind of standard for now. It's getting ready to make a big change, but this is what it is for now. Again, I'm not going to go over it. It's there. One spider. Big thing. A roll. And I got awesome against Vermin Swarm. Alchemy.
There you go.
One of the worst lures to roll up versus them. And I didn't even get the good spells.
Yeah, so depends what spells you get.
I got Molten Metal and Creeping Corrosion. I forgot what it was that was so bad that I switched down to Molten Metal against them. But it was something not good. Oh, it was the spear. I got the spear. The silver spike.
Right.
So, iron shifting with a bolt thrower, or I'm sorry, metal shifting with a bolt thrower, or metal shifting on a unit.
Yeah, creeping corrosion is a decent spell.
It's okay if he's got armor.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have armor.
Yeah, every little bit helps.
Anyway,
because it's permanent.
yeah, it's permanent. So, Goblin got Fix It Up. It's like, I love that. It's one of my favorite spells. And a good lore, that's one of the better spells. And Itching and Scratching. Reduce their movement and initiative. Another spell I like a lot, and reducing initiative is really big. It's always nice to let them not go first.
And I think you normally like itching and scratching, so.
And I do like Itching and Scratching. I'm, that age. It's down. So, here we have his list. He has a Tyrant on a litter.
It's a great name for a rat.
A Tyrant?
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, he's on the litter with the 2 guys carrying it, and he's got the Doomblade. Strength 10, multi-wounds, D6. This thing's really, really bad.
Yes.
And he's initiative 7. The only saving grace I have is my Lord is a initiative 4, and he's got the Potion of Swiftness. So at least if I get in a fight with him, I can hit him before I die, or at the same time as I die.
He also hits himself with it too, right?
At the end of every turn, he takes a
toxic attack, I think.
Yeah,
right?
it wounds him on a 5.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible. I mean, he should take 2 wounds by the end of the game. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he has a chief, BSB chief with Razor Blade, Hardened Shield, Talisman of Lesser Shielding. That's the 6-up ward save. Not so great.
I think so, yeah.
And the Ether icon. Like I said, he's trying to do the magic less list. The next guy is the Plague Prophet.
Is that why he's tyrants in a litter box?
Yes. He's a bad kitty.
Yeah.
The Plague Prophet with the Crown of Scorn, which is the spell scroll, the non-arcane item to spell scroll.
Right.
And the, what's this? The Plague Pendulum. Yeah, the big monstrous thing.
Yep.
10 rats, 10 rats, 10 rats. Wow. 13
giant rats.
Giant rats.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's actually watching this because their screen's a little smaller than ours is going to be able to read this.
Going to read this? No.
Yeah.
13 foot pads. 34
That is the stupidest freaking name.
foot pads.
Yeah.
And I don't like the ratted arms either. I'm not a big fan of that one.
I like that better than foot pads.
Then
I got foot pads on my shoes.
34 ratted arms, 29 Plague Brotherhood. They don't have really good names for their stuff, do they?
Yeah.
Vermin Hulks, 4 of those.
Those things are ridiculous.
Actually 5 because the champion.
Okay, 5 times ridiculous.
These are not the Thunder Hulks. These are these are the old
yeah. Sorry,
Frenzied Ogre type.
Got my other ones. Got them confused.
2 units of 6 Giselles.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Gutter blades, 7 of those. Those
Yeah.
are the ambushers.
Yep, they're nice.
Rotary gun.
That's nice.
Is there something in here that's not? Pair of lightning
I
cannons.
have to read the whole thing and find out. Those are really good.
An abomination.
2 abominations.
There are 2 abominations in his list.
Because they're not any good.
They're not very good alone.
Yeah.
Vermin Hulk.
Looks
This
like
is
a
the
duplicate.
same page.
Yes.
Look at that. Okay. Anyway,
Except,
and that's it.
except one's more blurry.
2 abominations.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what it looks like. So I won. He won the pick sides. I placed first. I said, let's do this. Drop the whole army.
Uh-huh.
I want to shoot first. I want to try to wound stuff.
Went with the central position.
Kind of my theory. I went with the central position that way. And I'm looking at this. My big unit of boar boys, my ferals are stuck. They're not going anywhere. They're going to stay on that side of the table.
Yeah.
But my big unit of boar riders, I can swing off to the right.
Mm-hmm.
This was the scenario where you have the attacker defender,
Right.
and I deployed 15 in the center,
Oh, okay.
where he'll deploy 15 in on the sides.
Ah, yes.
So you can see my center is a
I've
little bit
not
further
seen
than
that very
normal
often, actually, in the game.
What's that? This
This
deployment
deployment,
type?
yeah.
It's
I know it's there, but I just haven't seen it.
there.
much.
They don't use it.
Yeah.
This was a one-day tournament, so we used one of each deployment
I
type.
see.
I think people need to get practice in using it because it shows up in tournaments
Yeah.
all the time.
How come your vanguard's in the rear?
What's this? Oh, my advanced guard is in the rear?
Yeah.
It was a misdeployment. I'm not sure what happened. Actually, in this one, I'm smart enough to know he's got tons of shooting,
Yeah.
and this unit will not last long if it's shot at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the toughness 3.
Not too sure your other guys last too long as they're shot at.
No, but at least they're toughness 4 and
Yep.
3 and 2 up armor. So
Getting to the grill quick.
yeah, it's going to be ugly.
So
And
this is your setup. Okay.
that's my setup.
And the spiders are just sitting there.
The spiders are actually deployed there,
Oh, okay.
where they are now.
Well, they are now, not
Correct.
previous fit. Okay.
The guys he has in the middle of the field are, I believe, his guys that are scouts. He's just leaving them set there. I mean, sorry, his ambushers.
Right.
He'll pick them up in a minute. So, this is his deployment. You can see off to the right he has a abomination. A unit of Giselles behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Big 10 rats, 10 giant rats in the
rats.
field.
Rat dart, basically.
The plague prophets with the plague pendulum.
Yep.
10 more rats, giant rats. 6 more Giselles. 10 more giant rats. We've missed back behind the plague pendulum. You can barely see there's a
Lightning cannon.
behind the 10 rats on the left.
Yeah.
It's another lightning cannon. Then the rat at arms with the Lord in there.
Yep.
And a lightning cannon. The Thunder Hulks. And then a unit of 20 foot pads with slings on the far left. These guys have a banner. He told me his goal with this is just to march them forward and get in the deployment zone.
Mm-hmm.
So
With the victory conditions for this game?
there's a on the Mountain Mayhem tournament, that is a plus bonus point in every turn,
Oh, okay.
in every round,
Mm-hmm.
is to get a scoring unit in your opponent's deployment zone. The other one, I think, I don't know. Anyway, that's one of them. I'm not going to blow it. So, turn 1. I've got turn 1. My Spider Riders move up here. It's going to threaten the Abomination's flank.
There you go.
The Abomination, if you recall, does have the 360 charge.
Yes.
But
It does not have a 360 charge. It has a 360 random movement.
sorry, yeah, you're right. But I'm okay. If he wants to come charge me over there, I'm really okay with that.
Yep.
If he wants to head off to the side, that's my thinking there. Hop the Nasher Dashers come up behind the hill. They can see something. Spider's advancing. You can see I'm moving forward. I'm not waiting.
Yep.
I got to get there because he's got so much shooting.
Yep. Shoot the hell out of you.
I got to get there.
He's going to out magic him.
Yes. And you can see the other Abomination on the left. Not happy about it. I mean, there's a lot of really good stuff over there.
Yeah.
Anyway. Moving on. Speaking of magic, It's 11 to 6, which is good.
Yeah.
He is dispelling on a 2 though, +2 because of that banner though.
Right.
So so I get off a little spell and put a wound on the Giselles. That was the molten metal spell.
Okay.
I think it's just it's hard to do something with it even.
They're a 4-up, aren't they?
They are 4-up. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So the rock lobber fires. Sorry, splatterer fires. Gets a wound through on one of the abominations and rolls a 1 or 2, so it only does 2 wounds. So anyway, it's wounds, right? That's what counts. You can see the the get launcher in the bottom right, of course, is facing the wrong way, and we all know what that means.
It means it's protecting your rear.
And the get launcher on the left has put 3 wounds onto the Giselles straight forward in the middle of the board.
Yeah, they're your primary target at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway, they've got 2 wounds each, so it killed one and wounded another. Anyway, those things are good.
Yeah.
Did I mention that?
There's no shortage of good things in the Vermin Swarm.
There's not. And with the commandment of iron is on the Gargantula, bump it up to armor 3, down to armor 3, whichever way you want to do that. So his turn 1. He needs an 11 here with this plague pendulum, but he was like, "Oh yeah, who cares? Why not? Let's try it." So he did, and failed, which was good because it slows him down.
Right.
If he would have made that 11, that would have been might have been the game over right there.
Sure, but
That's bad.
he wants to shoot you up anyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he was coming forward as fast as he did, with as much shooting as he had. The abomination decided to go eat him.
Yeah.
They made their terror check and stuck, but fine. The other abomination came up into the woods. That's kind of unfortunate because now if I fight him, I won't be steadfast.
Maybe he's just looking for squirrels.
Yes, to play with.
Yes.
The little bunnies. The big thunder hulk's coming around on the left, circling around. So whichever unit the ferals charge into, he's got a flank for it. And the 2, you can see his big unit. He's coming up full speed. You can see everything moving up fast.
Yeah, he's chaffing you up with those rat darts.
And the rat darts come and chaff me up. I've chaffed my own troll up, so he can't get past my unit. That was helpful.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I wanted to get that mage up there so he could reach his units.
Wouldn't matter if he had a fly capability. If only the army had something like that.
Had something that could fly. Yeah, that would be nice, but I don't, so we're good. Over here, he's moving up to with these guys. He wants me to charge him with my spider, of course, and end up in range of this plague prophet guys who can't miss me if I take that one. And over here, it's looking good, right? So that's the overall look, what we've got. And that's a very blurry picture of something.
Yes.
Oh, he fired his Giselles here. Hit himself, did a wound to himself to knock one off there. Actually did 2 wounds to himself because he'd read one on before and there's a model gone. So he's done 2 wounds to himself. I think he got 2 hits on the spider. The lucky shield took off one of those. And the Gargantula, one of them took off those, and the other one failed to wound. So that's 1 unit of Giselles I survived.
Yep.
In 1 phase. Over here, I don't remember who killed one of these guys.
Cannon?
It wasn't a cannon. Couldn't have been a cannon because he fired both the cannons. Fired both the cannons at the spider.
Okay.
One of the cannons missed. The other cannon hit, and I made my 5-up ward save. So the spider's really kind of lucky at this moment. Doing well. The abomination over here made short work of those guys.
Oh, I thought it was running away from him.
They beat him and he ran.
Yeah.
And we move on to turn 2. There's the overall picture, what I'm seeing.
I think having random movement and charging is just ridiculous.
It is. Again, I like random movement. I don't mind it at all. But as long as you can only charge to the front.
Yep.
That would fix random movement. That's why that abomination is so good.
Yep.
It's not that it's so great in combat. It's a zone of control you
Yep.
can't get around.
And it's pretty great in combat.
And it is really good in combat. But anyway. So the Gargantua charges the abomination. It's not a long charge. It's like a 13.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. The Gnashers charge off the rat dart, rat unit, whatever you want to call it. They flee from me. And over here, I decide, since that abomination has 2 wounds on it, I'm going to send the savages in there and crush it. That's my goal.
Okay. That's a nice goal to have.
I mean, I've got, he's, 50 wide. I've got 4 guys in front. That's 12, 13. That's 17 attacks. I've got to get 4 wounds through.
Yeah.
Or, not even that. He can fail his stubborn check, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my goal. So, that's the way we're going. So, over here, on the right, the boar boys are charging this rat unit. We checked, I can't quite fit in there, so I'm going to hit him and he's going to have to wheel towards me. He's going to have to close the door. So I avoid this unit on the left. So these guys make it in, and they're lined up like this, which puts me in the flank of his ratted arms unit.
Uh-huh.
If I can kill this and overrun,
Yes.
then I'm in the flank of his ratted arms unit.
And if you don't, you're hosed.
And if I don't kill him, I'm in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm looking at it anyway. Over here, so they hit these guys. You can see they had to turn.
You thought that was a
slightly.
better target than the big rat guys?
The rat guys on the far left.
Yeah.
I think they were out of my arc.
Oh, they look like they were in. That's.
Oops. I don't know. No, they were definitely in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't know why. Well, I guess if I hit them, I'm a frenzy overrun, and then, yeah. Anyway, if I hit this thing and I can
sure.
kill it,
If you win, you're in great shape.
I'm in the flank of this thing. Everything's tied up. My boar boys are over there. They kill out both the rat units,
sure.
and I'm in good shape. It's a risk, but anyway. So over here, the spider, the gargantua, makes it in on the abomination. These guys actually rolled like an 11 or 12
and caught them.
and actually caught them, which was pretty amazing. I was real happy about that. 5 to 4 dice, nothing good's gonna happen. And if you notice, they both have a wound on them.
Yeah.
That's because they fired and they misfired.
Okay.
So, and the other one in the back corner, if you recall, was turned around from last turn.
Yeah. I think it was the radiation from your phone next to him.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Or that weird display.
Yeah, that
thing
weird
that's
display
under the
mat
table.
underneath. Yeah.
So anyway,
They're disoriented.
the spider comes in here, causes 4 wounds. He did 3 back to me, and he failed his check, and he's gone.
Yeah.
So, nice. I didn't pursue. I was able to restrain, and I turn around and face this way. Something went a little wrong here.
Yeah.
I did put 3 wounds on it when I needed 4.
Uh-huh.
It did a lot of wounds to me, and it broke me, and it chased me, and it ran into my troll.
Yes, there was a troll there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's on his turn, so your wolf.
Well, on the bright side,
Your wolf can't explain.
if we're looking for a bright side,
Yeah.
it kind of chaffed up. It blocked off his ratted arms.
Yeah.
They're kind of stuck in the middle of
kind of
nowhere.
stuck. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They're a powerhouse.
I
Yeah.
got that going for, well, that guy on top's a powerhouse. That guy on the
He's
front
good.
corner.
He's good.
That doom blade is ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, that's an overall look at that disaster. The boar boys, of course, cleaned up that unit of rats.
Yep.
Overrun into the other one. As you can see, as they hit it, they're in their flank.
Yep.
That is a fleeing rat there at the top of the screen. I did not kill one. I missed killing one, I should say.
Yes.
So that's how it looks. The other thing I've got going for me is this this big unit cannot wheel past this building.
Okay.
So he can't charge over to the right, even if he can see me, and I think he can see the back of that unit of Boar Boys.
Mm-hmm.
So, bottom of 2. This is what we're looking at. Look at that. Look at that troll. That troll is going to take that thing down. It's only got 1 wound left.
Yeah.
What's the chance of that?
Anything could happen.
He's only got 46 strength 6 attacks. It's not bad. Anyway, so the big rats over here, the Thunder Hulks, declare a charge into my skewer because they're going to come up, wheel a little bit, and have the overrun set up for my Wolf Riders.
Yeah.
That's a nice view from this side of the board. It's another big ugly abomination thing fighting me. Look at that. Scary.
Is that a Forge World model, that Chaos Beast
thing? I think it is.
I think it is. I've never actually seen one in real life.
Abomination needs to be on the same size base as that spider. It's the Gargantula. Anyway, so
stats it does.
So these guys come forward. They make the charge. They do their wheel. So they're set up in good shape right there. Elsewhere, you can see the plague guys have not. They are frenzied. They made their frenzy check not to charge the Nashers, and they restrain. They chose not to charge them because they don't want to go flying off to the right-hand side of the board.
Sure.
So they just kind of reform a little bit and move so they can get towards the center of the board where the fighting's happening.
Yeah, and we have Mangoli. Maybe if we could have got to the spider, it would have been worth it, but otherwise, yeah.
And he's moved his Giselles on the right. He's moved them up as chaff to keep my spider off the flank of his plague.
Can they move and fire now?
No, they cannot.
They're not slow to fire. They're okay. That's good.
Yeah, they cannot fire. They cannot move and shoot.
Okay.
So, but again, it's keeping me off the plague.
Sure.
Because he definitely doesn't want me in his flank. The front, he's not worried about.
Yeah.
So, elsewhere, they're fighting there. That's looking good. The unit of Rat at Arms looks kind of weird. I went ahead and took this picture because he was going to change him later. He's turned to face the right. He's changed formation, basically. So now they're facing to the right in a horde formation instead of a bus.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's and he's going to move them around, during a break.
Okay.
In the action later on.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
So, just to keep things moving. I see that a lot in tournaments.
Right.
Where people just try to keep things moving that way.
Yeah, when you get these big, trays of guys, it can be a pain.
And turning them all.
Especially if they fit kind of funkily.
Yeah. So, also down here on the bottom.
Is that a word, funkily?
Funkily.
Yeah.
It's a new one for you, I guess. On the bottom, kind of left side, you see these little guys, the stalker guys are showing up. And lucky for me, the Get Launcher already has a wound on it.
Yeah, sure.
That'll help from those poison attacks. At least that's what I'm counting on.
Yeah.
So anyway, his Warp Lightning Cannon fires and rolls a 6. The hell is that?
It's a blurry CGL.
It's a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. He rolls, hits, wounds, and I roll the 6 for my ward save.
Ah.
So the other one
So he was
fires
cursing.
and does a couple wounds. 2 wounds.
Yeah.
So not happy. Down to 3 wounds with that thing now. Looks like his Giselle. Oh, the Thunder Hulk's up on the hill.
Right.
Kill the Skewer.
Uh-huh.
And the Wolf Riders panic.
Ah, so he saved them by panicking. And that's what the BSB.
Well, the rule is you may use your BSB.
That's true.
And I may not use my
Yes.
TSP
Yes.
because I didn't want to be there right where I was standing.
Yes.
They didn't roll very far, but I'm out of 12 of him, so he can't catch me. So he runs up to there, overruns the air. These guys shoot and do 3 wounds, which
Wow.
kind of ties in with that one
Yeah.
wound I already had with.
Yeah, dead average.
Yeah. You know, I need 6s. So we go to the troll fight. You can see he's put a wound on my troll, and my troll killed him.
Oh, wow.
I don't need a unit of boar boys. I need a troll.
Yes,
I don't
obviously.
need a unit of the what they call the feral orcs. A single troll will do the job.
Wow, they just really fluff his attacks.
Yeah, and I've got
ward save.
wards, the 5/4 up ward, so he needs 4s to hit me anyway. So this really was terrible for him. I mean, really. So anyway, so moving up on the top of the screen here, the boar boys make short work of this rat swarm they hit. There's
Sure.
giant rats, and they reform facing the flank of the big rat ogre guys down
Right.
here, the Thunderhawks.
The guys are in horde, right, facing you.
Yes, now he's reformed them, and they're horde facing me.
Okay.
And I'm facing these rat ogres, and my troll is free. So I've got my chaff.
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm really happy about this situation.
Oh, this was the end of
This was the end of his turn.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I got lost
Yes.
track of where we were.
Yeah, it's the end of his turn because the rat
Yes.
ogres have hit me and overrun. Sorry,
Okay,
I call them
okay.
rat ogres. Thunderhawks have hit me
Yes.
and overrun.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, this was terrible for him.
Yeah.
So top of turn 3. What do we got? This is the overall picture. So you can see I've declared the charge here. These guys are frenzied. They can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
The only thing he's got going for him at least
Yes.
a little bit is
Shaft yourself up a little bit.
the troll is keeping a couple of guys out.
Yeah.
It's going to limit who I can get in. There you go. So I can only get 4 in instead of 6.
Mhm.
I mean, instead of 5,
Yeah.
probably. Over here, these hoppers have made the Nashers have made a jump into the first lightning cannon.
Wow, that was a heck of a roll.
It was not bad. It was like a 9. Wasn't terrible.
Oh, I thought they were farther back.
No, they were in that field. We had to take the dangerous terrains from
Uh-huh.
the field. So we hop over here, and he chose to ignore me. And the spider cleans up the kills, charges, and wipes out the Giselles. Over here, the troll walks over in front of these guys, just in case I fluff this attack down here.
Yeah.
I don't want to take a chance on them getting me.
Yep. Yep.
Because that's death if they do. The common boar boys head off to the right. And
Trying to position for a flank.
kind of running to his deployment zone.
I'll say, or just going for the
Because the way I'm looking at it now, at this point in the game, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I can kill everything but those 2 big units.
Yeah.
And to me, that looks like a big win for me.
Yeah.
If I can manage that.
Right. Right.
That's what I'm looking at. So, with that in mind, these guys go there. Here we come. And the one good thing about the troll being in the way is it kept my mage out of the fight.
I could have done that anyway. But yeah.
With the bolt thrower, skewer fires into the Giselles. Sorry, killed one. You can see it sitting off to the left.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's the rattling gun. Anyway, killed a Giselle. That big die on the Giselle, the 1, is where I've lowered their armor save by 1.
Okay.
Not a huge deal, but it helps. My splatterer fires and takes off the. It's hard to see. Takes off the cannon, the warp lightning cannon on the
Okay.
back, the left one
It's
on
like
the
the
left.
His hands are like a big whiff of smoke.
It is.
Yeah.
Coming back to this fight, we crush him. We do 8 wounds, and he does 2 back,
And he doesn't have much leadership.
which is an auto break.
Yep.
And we overrun to here. Now that I think about it, I probably should have just about faced and stood, but anyway. So overrun to here.
Yeah, it depends what you're trying to do with them.
Yeah, well, based on couple of other things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm happy with that. Like I said, again, if I can clean up all his little low point stuff
Right.
and get out of there, I'm okay. So he charged into my troll. He's going to get rid of him.
Yep.
No question there. His Giselles, you can see here, the top middle, they just move forward to get out of the arc of the Nashers. And
It's got a rattling gun over there.
and there's still a rattling gun over there, but it's outside 12 and it's skirmish, firing at skirmish.
Yeah.
So I think he needed 6s to hit me. The plague prophets have turned around and faced the spider.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going the other way.
It was originally, but this turn he turned around, and that's why I think I should have kept my boar boys where they are, because I think it would have pulled him into the center instead of sending him back this way. Anyway,
Yeah, just walk past them.
so these guys of course kill the troll, turn to face
Sure.
where the action is. We go to my turn 4, and the hoppers have Nashers.
Nashers.
They haven't had enough with the warp lightning cannon and the rats. Now they're taking on a rattling gun.
Yep.
The Wizarding Hood guy fails his rerollable 9,
Ah.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, for you.
Very unfortunate for me, because I was hoping to get that unit way out of there.
Yeah.
And then the boar boys.
Well, I mean, what were you going to be able to do? Just magic?
Well, I had the chance. What I could have done is the guy with the Wizarding Hood is on the top front of that, the far right, I guess, the top of the unit.
Uh-huh.
Right.
He could have gotten past the
He could easily get past him and get into these guys.
the boars were
Yeah.
we were kind of blocking you.
Yeah, they were facing the other way before.
Yeah.
Let's see if I
They
can
might have-
picture of it. Somewhere. There we go. Oh no, maybe he couldn't. Okay.
Yeah, said
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
they may have taken a character down with those stupid little darts that they have. Slings or whatever.
So
yeah.
anyway, they're stupid. The boar boys reformed and then shifted down to the left.
Stupid as a stupid does.
Stupid is stupid. It happens.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would rather have had them moving someplace, but
Yeah.
it's what it is.
But nothing of consequence is
Oops.
close to you, so that's helpful.
So the splatter of fires
And it's facing the wrong way.
and is facing the wrong way. Get launcher fires.
And it's also facing the wrong way.
And it's also
once,
facing the
once
wrong
a drink of water from that bottle.
Apparently so. The Nashers have cleared up the rattling gun and they're turning back into the center of the board.
Right. Get some Giselles to go hunt.
Okay. That's kind of a look. Those are nice looking trees he made.
Yeah.
I like those a lot. Anyway. Meanwhile, bottom of his turn, he pushes forward and is trying to squeeze me into this corner.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was my mistake. I should have, I went into this corner. I'm dragging this unit with me, but
Yeah.
this unit wasn't going to do anything otherwise. I should have turned around and just stayed away from it instead of trying to get his corner. Anyway. Moving on, you can see the ratted arms have moved forward.
Yeah.
Foot pads on the far left are hiding from the boar unit behind the hill.
They're behind it. Looks like they're on the hill.
Sorry, I'm talking about the foot pads over here.
Oh,
on the far
sorry. Yeah,
left.
yeah.
Yeah, these are the ambusher guys on
I'm
top of the
surprised
hill.
they didn't bring them around you so you get them out of your line of sight.
Oh, he failed in March, I think. Anyway. So we've got that on the bottom of 4. And he's continuing to shoot with me with these things, but
Right.
I mean, I'm making my 2-up armors.
Yeah, yeah.
So even if I fail the 2-up armors, I've got 5-up board save behind it, so it's
Right.
not that dangerous. So, top of turn 5. Hoppers continue their rampage.
And the
Nashers.
do it also.
The Dashers as well. Hop into... They Nash and dash their way into the back of this unit.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't want to take any chance of them fleeing. I think if I charge them with the boar unit, they flee and leave me hanging out there for that unit to hit me in the flank. For the ratted arms to come in down at me.
Yeah, because you're kind of close to the board edge, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, none of that. So I charge this guy out into this unit. I got a 2-up armor. I'm not that scared. And you also, if you notice, he also has the Fix It Up spell on him. So he's re-rolling his 6s. So the poison is
that helps
all
with
but
the
gone.
Poison, yeah.
Anyway.
The boars couldn't see that...
They could not see that unit of foot pads back there behind the hill. We checked a couple times, unfortunately. So they move down. The boars move around to try to get into it. And after I moved as far as I could, the ratted arms can still see me.
Yep.
And I also have the added danger of the ratted arms hitting this. If I wouldn't have chaffed them up, they can hit my hero if he doesn't get through this unit.
Right.
And overrun, and then that big block is in big trouble.
There's no characters in the...
So I pulled my characters out of the Wolf Rider unit.
Yeah.
You can see my BSBs down here on the bottom corner now.
Yes.
He's joined the other unit, and they've gone and done their
right
chaff duty. Spider heads out. Boar Boys head to the corner, hoping he fails his charge. They failed their march test. I was going to try to do a big swing and go past him.
Because you had to move
behind.
him otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I might be able to slip by him, but didn't work out.
Yep, need that 7.
These guys cleaned up their Giselles. These guys are the kings of this match.
Yeah, they've been paying for themselves.
So he charges in. He kills 2. But they don't wound him. So, and they stick.
Oh, really? Because they're not steadfast.
They have a charge in 2, but he's got his general right there, so their leadership, I don't know, he rolls low. Yeah. I mean, their leadership 7, I think?
Something like that, yeah.
-3, so anyway. It's pretty, I mean, he did a good job. He stuck.
Yeah.
So he does what he can here. He charges the ratted arms into my Wolf Riders. And what else has he got going on here? He declares the charge up top with the plague monks going in, and they go in, hit him, crush them, and chase them.
That just say is that.
And that's it for them. Go back to this fight. This guy gets 2 more. It's a steady 2 per turn.
Yeah.
And they're not wounding him, so he's good, and they stick again. Just annoying. Their leadership's 7, and theirs is I think that's his dice on their back for the 5.
Right.
So
what happened with the Wolf Riders?
The Wolf Riders are dead.
Okay.
They're on the way.
I didn't know if you tried to flee or not.
No, they're being picked up.
Okay.
No, I didn't want to flee because then he could redirect.
Yeah.
So I had to just take it. So he kills the Wolf Riders. He turns about faces. He brings the foot pads up here on the hill. Because now he wants me to hit him with the Boar Riders, and I'll be on the hill, and this guy has a shot at me.
Right.
Is what he's looking at. And even if I hit him an overrun or something, he's moved, if you can see, he's moved his Tyrant down to the corner.
Right.
So he can get by most stuff and, get that Doom Blade into something is what he's looking for. So we go to top of 6.
Well, if you hit him and reform, though, you won't be on the hill, right? You'll be behind it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty wide, so don't know. Depends on how I hit him, I guess.
Well, I mean, if you reform, because it's from the center. It looks like the center is actually off the hill.
It is. Oh, for his unit, yes.
Yeah.
So, going into turn 6.
You have to break them, but...
The hoppers are... the Nashers are in the rear of this unit. So I'm trying this. I think I needed a 7 to make this.
Yeah.
If I hit him, he's going to go first. I've got magic, so I could try to get that itching and scratching off.
Right. You got
which I may or may not get.
A couple of impact
but
hits.
I do a few impact hits which aren't going to matter. But my thing is, if I hit him, he's only got 7 guys attacking me.
Right.
You know, hitting me on 4s. So what? And then wounding me on 4s.
Yeah.
And I got a 5-up armor.
Right.
So I'm figuring he's going to do 1 or 2 wounds, and I can do enough, maybe, to stick with the charge, a rear, and all the wounds.
Right.
And if I can do that, then I'm free and clear.
Yeah.
But of course, they fail. Magic. So
you did charge in.
So, and I charged in down here with the boars. I figured, let's kill them, get them over with. When they won, and they killed all but, I think all but 1. And he fled, and I failed my restrain twice, and chased him, and ended up in the flank of this. Because of the way he killed him, the one on the left was the one on the right hand corner from where we're looking now. And that was his banner, which was his only command in the unit. So the last one to die. You know, I think you supposed to remove side from equally from each side,
Correct.
but since his banner was left,
take it to the first in rank guys. Yeah.
He was on the far right, and that was the last guy to die, and he didn't die. So, and then I failed and have to chase him and run into the flank of these guys, which we easily cleared up. But there's where I sat.
Guess you needed to fight that fight first.
That probably would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we ended up clearing those up. The bright side is the unit, his big ratted arms can charge and hit my goblin, kill him, overrun into my other unit, and then stop.
Yeah.
Because it's bottom of 6.
Ah, okay.
The fight will never happen.
Okay, so it's no big deal.
So correct. But with the reform, you've seen what I've done is, if you notice what I did is my characters are both down here. All 3 characters are down here.
Right.
So this guy can't charge.
Pick on him, yeah.
Right, because if he comes in and clips there, he can't decline. Because he can decline he can decline challenges, so I can't tie him up. So he could just direct attacks.
Ridiculous rule.
I mean, he could, if he's smart, he puts 2 on my general, 1 on each of my characters, and tries to destroy them all.
Yeah.
But so I did this because I figured that would best protect me.
Yeah.
And
well, even wiping out the unit isn't a bad move.
Wiping out my unit.
Yeah.
I don't think he can do it with just his general.
Yeah.
His unit can't get to me, and just his general probably can't do it.
How many attacks that sword gives you?
He's only got 4 attacks. It gives him no additional attacks.
Oh, it's the
And the multi wounds don't hurt against
it's not going to hurt them. I thought for some reason it gave extra attacks also.
No. So anyway.
And your spider's staring down his.
Staring down the rear of his plague monk.
Yeah.
Just because he's feeling brave. He wanted to look brave, whether he is or not. So anyway, since it's the bottom of 6, he can charge my character and get the 150 points for him, or he can shift down and get the guaranteed battle point out of getting into my deployment zone. So what he does is he just there you go. You can see he just shifts down. Now he's in my deployment zone since I'm 15 inches in at that point. Is where my deployment zone is. And that's where the game ends. I don't have a lot left, but he's got the 2 units left.
Yep.
I had expected to have a little bit more left. I didn't plan on those wolf riders having to sacrifice themselves. But, so we total up the points. The orcs scored 1,441, and the vermin scored 984, and he had a bonus 450 for killing my killing characters. This was all about killing characters.
That's plus 50, not 450.
I'm sorry, plus 50.
Okay.
It is plus.
No, it's 450.
It's 450. It is 450. He had 450 bonus for, what was the bonus in this one?
You said it was just getting a unit into the...
Oh, no, it was getting a unit into my deployment zone and keeping units out of his deployment zone.
Wow, 450.
If you achieve both of those, it's 450.
That's a lot of points.
It is. So that brought him up to 1434. So I had a 7-point win.
Yeah.
So this is my second win of this tournament of less than
What's the
50
10, 12
points.
on the bottom?
So he had 2 bonus points, 2 battle points bonus.
Ah,
It was a 10-10 game. He had 2 battle points bonus because he had a unit in my deployment zone and he kept me out of his.
so it's +2 and the 450?
Yes. Yeah, it's anyway, needs work.
Okay.
The scenario needs a little bit of work.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a fun game.
Yeah.
Vermin Swarm. I got a 7-point win over this Vermin Swarm.
There you go.
That's a win, right?
The,
I don't have to tell anybody how big of a win it was. Just it's a win.
there you go.
Vermin Swarm are really good. I like the Vermins. I mean, they're in a good place right now for themselves. I think
They're in a good place for themselves. Yeah.
they are. I mean, their shooting is over the top right now.
Yes.
I don't really, see this army as being the big shooty army.
It's definitely a shooty army, and it's got really good monster.
The monsters are really good in this army.
Yep.
Shooting's like I said, shooting is really good in this army. Joey's never had really great luck with rolling dice. That's kind of saves me. The Giselles just didn't do the damage they should have.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the spider, the lightning cannons, when they did hit, I saved off a couple of them.
Yeah. I mean, you went through those turns without taking a lot of damage. That was a big deal.
So, but anyway, I'm like I said, I'm shocked it came out as this. I wanted to get to him as fast as I possible could, and then once I got to him, I was like, oh wow, I can just kind of hit and run.
Yeah.
And had a couple other things. This game would have been a completely different game had the savage orcs, feral orcs, gotten through that abomination. Then I don't know what would have happened because that would have pulled my whole army into that mess.
Yeah. Well, you've been on the flank
Which
of
may
that
or
unit,
may not have been good.
which you would have won that fight.
I would have won the fight, and they would not have been steadfast either, would he? No,
No.
that would have been bad. So that would have destroyed his army right there.
Yep.
But anyway, so that's the way it ended. Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll be back at some point
Yep. Till next
with
time.
more of these.